Hello, it's Brett Taylor here, and today I have Eugene Wong with me. In my continuing coverage of the Canadian Tour Championship performances, I have Eugene with me to talk about the mental strategies that have made him successful. Just a quick review on Eugene's track record. And Eugene is from North Vancouver, BC, and just turned professional a few months ago. And back as an amateur, Eugene was the 2008 BC Junior Champion and also the 2008 BC Amateur Champion, and moved on to play at the University of Oregon, where he was the recipient of the 2010 Jack Nicklaus Award as the top player in the NCAA Div I division. He was a two-time All-American as well as a Pac-10 Player of the Year in 2 of his last 3 years. And as I mentioned, a short time ago, he turned pro here in June of 2012. And in his third professional event, was able to win the Canadian Tour Championship, where he holed out his final shot of the event, a 133-yard 9-iron, for an eagle that gave him a one-shot win. And then for a follow-up the following week, competed in the Vancouver Golf Tour Vancouver Open, where he had a final round 63 to claim his second consecutive professional win. Not bad for a 21-year-old rookie professional. Eugene, thanks for joining me today.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Let's start talking about that final shot, that heroic shot, if we can call it that, in the Canadian Tour Championship. I know it's now being called the famous, walk-off win. Can you kind of take us through that?
Yeah, so it was pretty funny because as we're walking out, the group in front of us, the leader, Joe, was the leader, couple was at, I believe, 13 under at that time. And I said, hey, it would be nice if I hold this out to my caddy. He's like, yeah, it would be actually. And then over Tracy, I just take dead aim at it. So I took dead aim, hit the shot, was going at the pin, but I didn't know it went in or not because the green was elevated, so I can't really see much of it. And then the person 5 seconds later said, it went in. And I was like, oh my goodness. Then it was the best shot I ever had in my life.
Yeah, of course. I mean, to hole out from the fairway on the last hole for a one-shot win, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
So, without sounding too out there, this obviously we're talking about the, golf psychology and the mental strategies that make Eugene Wong successful. And, with that particular shot, do you feel like you created that outcome in your mind before you actually did it? I mean, I know it's documented that you and your caddy had a discussion about holing it out before you did. I don't want to make assumptions, but did you, visualize that shot going in the hole? Did you feel standing over it that it had a chance to go in? I mean, it sounds crazy maybe to even say that, but, sometimes you have that feeling. And did you kind of feel like you brought that shot in before you even swung the club?
What was going on golf was I was really focused in on the target I was aiming at was the pin at that time. So I was really focused into it, got my mindset, just set the pin, nowhere else, just get my mindset. And I wasn't thinking I was actually going to make it, but I was thinking try to get as close as possible, and it happened to be closest to go in. So at the end, I think for my mental over the ball, I think I was really focused at the pin because that's where my target was.
Right. Okay. So just on that last shot as well, and I mean this is kind of in reference to all shots, I guess. But do you use visualization before you going through your pre-shot routine and before you hit a shot?
Yeah. Before I hit my shot, I usually will see visually how I would like to land on the green or the tee shot, how the ball flight will be. So I usually pick a spot where I think I feel comfortable hitting. If I hit a draw, then I'll hit a draw. If I hit a cut, I'll just visualize for a cut. So basically, it's for me once over ball, I feel comfortable and I visualize what I think would be perfect for me.
Okay, and now. As far as visualization goes, a lot of guys, I mean, pretty much everybody uses some form of visualization when they're on the course and trying to hit a shot and in their pre-shot routine, and maybe we can get into pre-shot routine in a little bit, but, when it comes to visualization, do you use it, outside of the golf courses? In other words, do you think about, or, do you imagine your career and where you want to go with your golf long-term, and kind of from a visualization perspective? So, when you think about your career and where do you see yourself playing? Do you spend a lot of time envisioning yourself performing where your goals are?
I mean, yeah. I guess me and I guess everyone who plays professionally dreams to be on the biggest stage, which is on the PGA Tour. The way I visualize, I just look on TV and say, hey, I mean, we're playing this game, and I think we all can make it there. And so basically, for me to visualize, I just go by day to day. I mean, I visualize if I had a tournament next day, usually the night before. In my mind, I go through every hole, just to get myself ready and go out tomorrow and, play my best I can. So basically, I don't really visualize to go to PGA, but that's my goal. But I think I visualize steps to get me there, like, visualize a day before or, a week before if I know the golf course a week ahead. So that's how I do it.
Okay. And you're kind of leading into, the topic of course management. Do you spend a lot of time? I think I've seen documented that, you were a fairly aggressive player and when you were younger. I mean, you're still young, obviously, but maybe as a junior you were a lot more aggressive in your course management, or maybe you didn't really have much course management then. But I don't know. Can you comment on that? Have you changed much there, and what does course management mean to you?
Yeah, I changed quite a bit. What you said was younger, my junior days, I usually go for every pin. Sometimes it was good because I can go really low, but sometimes it's bad because I can shoot really high at times. So now, after my junior year in college, during my junior year in college, I had to change a lot because I didn't play very well in junior because I couldn't hit the ball very well with my iron, so I had to learn how to play to my strength. So for me, I don't usually aim at all the pins unless I feel really comfortable or I'm inside certain yards I know I can get at. And, now I'm trying to play to the fat side green because it's easier for me to get up and down from the fat side than it is for me from the short side.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so do you plan your round before you get on the golf course, and during a practice round you kind of strategize as to, what you're going to hit off the tee and what area? I mean, you mentioned about hitting the fat side of the green. Is there other parts that you kind of think about and plan before you play?
Yeah, exactly. So a good example would be if I play a tournament, we usually have yardage books out there, so I usually look at my yardage book before I actually tee off and see where the pin is. Depending on where the pin is, it depends how I'm going to pretend a par 3, the pin's on the right and left is playing room, I'll play it left. Or sometimes go left is not a bad idea because the actual right is actually uphill instead of downhill,
Right.
Par 5, same thing, so look at the pin, should I go for in 2 or not? Sometimes I may not tee off with a driver on a par 4, even though it's long, but I know that if I hit a certain yards, it's nice and wide, and I still have a shot into the green instead of me having trouble if I do hit it bad.
Right, okay. Oh, that's good for sure. Just coming back to pre-shot routine, what are the mental aspects of your pre-shot routine? Do you have a process that you use before you step into the ball to evaluate the shot, and then you get into into position over the ball, and what does that look like for you? How do you go through that?
Basically, my routine is pretty simple. I walk up my own yardages because I feel comfortable. That's my routine. So I walk my own yardages, get a number, and then if there's any wind, I'll calculate with the wind, and I usually pick a club that I'm committed at and want to step over the ball. That's the club I'm going to hit, even though it may come out wrong, but I was committed to the shot.
Right. So commitment is a big part of your success to hitting successful shots.
Yes, that's correct. Yeah, I never stand over the ball unless I'm committed to the shot I want to hit.
Okay. So how do you define commitment to a shot? I mean, really.
Commitment to me is that you feel really comfortable. You don't feel like should I not do this? Kind of questioning the shot.
Yeah.
For me, commitment is I get over. Yep, I'm going to do this. No question. Yeah, I'm going to hit the shot.
Right.
So
okay.
That's what to me I feel like commitment is.
Gotcha.
Not stand on the ball. Have a little 50-50. In your mind. For me, 100%, I'm doing this.
Right. Okay. Very good. Another part that I like to ask players is with respect to self-talk. When you're, obviously everybody has their own little discussion going on in their head throughout the day, and when you're on the golf course, is there any phrases or anything that you use or anything that you would regularly say to yourself on the course that is a part of your process and your success there?
I actually don't really, I don't have a saying on the golf course, but now since I'm pro, I got caddies out there. I tend to just chat with my caddy, just like something not related to golf, because I don't want to really think about it.
Right.
Because I'm trying to go there, have fun, and get my mind off it, and before I hit it, I get it back again, and we'll talk something else. Because I think that way it works best for me. Just
Right.
don't think about golf. Just play. I'm just there to have fun and try the best I can, basically.
Right, yeah, and to stay away from thoughts about golf when you're not over a shot or getting ready for a shot.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess I was looking
only talk about golf when, what you said, over a shot or just before a shot. But during the walk from tee to green or, green to tee, it's usually not golf related. Or sometimes we'll just joke around because, I don't know, that's what keeps me calm out there.
Right, okay. So I guess, you had mentioned about being committed on each shot, and sometimes you say to yourself, that you need to be committed to that shot. So there isn't really a whole lot of other things then that go through your mind as far as, talking yourself into or out of anything in particular.
No, that's it. Just stay committed. That's my part of my mental game, and that's what gave me success.
Yeah, okay. With goals, we kind of skipped over goals. How do you have a process for goal setting? And do you set daily goals, monthly, annual? Do you write them down? Do you have performance goals? What works for you, and what do you use?
I don't write them down, but I usually think a lot about them. Just say it. Or my goal for sure is to become, the ultimate goal is to go on PGA Tour. But if you want day to day or monthly, for me a day to day basis is go in a tournament, try come, get up near the leaderboard, and after the cut or maybe the third round, try, be in the lead or be ahead of the lead by a lot. And by final round, if you're in there, try to win it.
Right.
Monthly goals would be, my goal before when I was turning pro was try to win a professional event, and that happened. And now I'm saying, go win some more professional events, make it through Q school and make all the way to the final stage. That's my monthly goal would be.
Right. Okay. You mentioned that you don't write down goals, and there's a lot of people do write down their goals and feel that writing down goals is really important step in making that commitment towards achieving them. But it sounds like some people really spend a whole lot of time thinking about them and focused on achieving them, and other people that maybe write them down after they've written them down don't really address them much further than that. So it's interesting. I guess would it be fair to say that with your goals, as far as achieving success on the PGA Tour, as you said, or getting in position with each particular day and trying to run away from the field, those are things that seem like to me you think about those often and regularly. Is that fair?
Yeah, it's fair to say.
Okay. Is there any particular mindset as far as attitude goes for you that makes you successful as well? I mean, do you have to be in a certain frame of mind when you're playing well?
I'm trying to stay as relaxed as possible out there because it's a long day out there. So we're trying to get all tensed up, right? So for me, on the first tee, I'm usually I prepared what I've done weeks before or days before a big tournament and stuff. Basically, my mindset is stay relaxed as I can because when you're playing, you can't really do much.
Right. No, for sure. So do you have any tactics or anything that you do, or breathing, that helps you with relaxation? And you mentioned having fun as part of that too before. I kind of think those in a sense go hand in hand sometimes, but is there anything that you do to get that relaxation and that right kind of mindset?
For me to get relaxed, to get that mindset is probably for me, it probably is like I've done all the prep work beforehand, and now when I get to the course, I don't have to worry about it because I've done all the prep work that I need to feel comfortable once I get on the golf course. I think that's one way I get really relaxed.
Okay.
Or another way is, if the guys, making jokes, that also gets me relaxed too, other way too.
Yeah, okay. Just want to talk a little bit about learning. How important is learning and growth to your success and, continuous improvement? Do do you focus on that improvement and getting better every day? Do you do you read any books on golf or the mental side of golf, or audio programs or anything that contributes to your learning and your process of growing?
Actually, I never read any mental books. I don't know. I just always play golf like kind of like I don't get mad out there. People play with me. I don't really get mad out there, even though I make a bogey or double or higher number. But I also don't get really excited if I make a birdie or eagle, because I'm more like an even kill throughout the whole entire day.
Yeah.
I don't know. I always play golf just like that ever since I started. And it wasn't really like I'm not like a roller coaster emotionally. I'm always pretty even kill. So I can't really say, but it worked for me because I guess I was born kind of this way, or somehow golf is a game where I'm just very even kill out there.
Right. Okay. Well, very good. So I guess there's nothing in particular then that you've listened to or that you work on specifically then for improving your mental game then.
No, I'm not. I think mental game's always been good since I ever started. So
great.
I just keep the same way.
Yeah. Okay. Balance seems to be something that sounds kind of important to you, as far as you mentioned relaxation and talking to your caddy or other players in between shots. How do you deal with balance and not focusing on golf full time and all the time, I guess I should say?
On outside golfers or during golf?
Either or both.
Both. For me, during golf, I mean, yeah, you get pretty not stressed out, but you mentally drain after a round. So for me, after a round, I usually go, practice a little bit when I need to, but after that, I just go hang out with friends and, talk. But during the talking, it's nothing about golf, it's about other things, sports, life, traveling, some just fun stuff. Sometimes I go out with friends and have a nice dinner and stuff, and, just do normal things, I guess.
Yeah, no, for sure. Okay. No, I think it's a really important part of success. You're really committed and focused when you're playing, and playing at a high level takes quite a bit of energy. So I think getting away from it and getting your mind some downtime is really important. So sounds like you have some things that you like to do that as well. So that's great. This is a couple of tougher questions here, but what does confidence mean to you? How do you define confidence?
Define. For me, being confident is that I know I can play. I can compete with the highest level of players is what I think confident is. Knowing that you can go out there and win an event. That's what I think like confidence. That's what I define confidence. You know that you can win the event. It's to me what I think confidence is.
Okay. And is there anything that, again, kind of a tough question, but is there anything that you feel players can do, including yourself, to increase your confidence? I mean, is it focusing on winning or telling yourself that you're capable of winning, or is there anything there that, that helps to build confidence?
I mean, I think the biggest factor of building confidence is winning tournaments. There's nothing better feeling than winning a golf tournament, no matter what tournament it is. I think for me and other players, winning is probably the best way to build your confidence, and it actually sometimes makes you 10 times better than what you used to be after you win one tournament. Sometimes it just happens to be like that.
Yeah. Okay. And what about free will? Do you is that a term you're familiar with, and do you use free will in in choosing to think a certain way when you're on the course?
About confidence, or
no, just in general. Like some people find it. I guess at the end of the day, we all have a choice in how we want to think and how we decide to think. And I'm wondering if you catch yourself thinking a certain way, and then you decide to think positively about something, or you think about maybe that 18th shot going in the hole, as opposed to playing to the middle of the green sort of thing. Do you choose the way you think?
I do. It all depends all depends on the situation and stuff, but usually, if I'm in a really tight situation where I'm, in the lead or, something really tight, I usually think about the shots I've done before and say, hey, I've done this before. Why can't I do it again?
Right.
But if I'm in there, I'll be like, I've done this before. I've been in the lead before. I have one shot. I can do it. I can finish it off because I've done it. So for me, I always go back from past experience and put it into like now play, I guess. So that's how I go.
Yeah. Okay. Last question I have. I'm just wondering about how important team is for you, and I know you're with IMG, and how important is team, whether it be IMG or a swing coach or a mental coach or short game coach or family or fitness. How important are the people around you that help you to be successful?
Yeah, I got IMG and Nike, right?
Right, for sure.
Yeah, they've been great to me. Having IMG and let's talk about Nike first. They've been great with me. I went to University of Oregon. It's basically all Nike school, and I've been playing their equipment and stuff, and it's been great because they've been supporting me. Technology is great. Clothing is just awesome because it doesn't matter how hot it is, I always feel cool. And IMG is great because I can just play golf and they will just deal with all my traveling and all the important stuff. So I can get my mind just focused just on golf.
Right. Well, that is really important when you can kind of offload some of those things that can get in the way of your success. So, do you also use a swing coach and short game coach and that sort of thing, or do you pretty much self-manage your game?
No, my swing coach and all the other game aspects. It's just my dad. I've never been able to, swing coach. It's just my dad, really.
Awesome. Well,
that's just from my first start to now.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. Well, that's great. I mean, obviously, having the same person involved in your swing for, if it's a parent, then they're going to know you and your game very well. So obviously, that works really well for you guys.
Yeah.
Well, I want to thank you, Eugene, very much for giving me the opportunity to talk to you about the mental side of golf and especially around your most recent success. I think that's you've been playing great and played great again today. So I look forward to watching you down the road. And just before I let you go, is there any final recommendation that you'd like to make to the listeners on the mental side of the game?
Mental, just be relaxed out there, and like I said, just be as confident over a shot, not being scared.
Yeah. Okay. Well, commitment is a big part of your success for sure, and I think for most people, if you're not committed and convinced that you're able to hit the shot in front of you, then certainly it's going to distract you from being able to pull that off. So, well, thanks again, Eugene. I really appreciate it. Best of luck the rest of this year and in the school this fall. Good luck.
All right. Thank you very much.
All right. Thanks, Eugene.